Hi Paula Dean and the Real Woman of Philadelphia with Craft. My name is Leslie and I am making for you today the best entree ever. It's a breakfast egg bake called Everything But the Kitchen Sink Egg Bake, and we will just get started now. So if you like to pan out. The first ingredient that we're going to add today is our Philadelphia cream cheese. I have 4 ounces of it and it's at room temperature, and we'll pop that in. And we're just going to whip this up to just get it soft. So, or it's already soft, but to cream it up, I'm sorry. Now that we've done that, I have 9 eggs and 3 cups of milk, and I'm going to incorporate them, switching back and forth so that the cream cheese isn't very lumpy. So we'll just pop a couple eggs in. Okay, so now that we've finished adding all of our eggs and milk to the cream cheese, we have this nice little, almost like a French toast mixture here that we're going to use as our base. And now we're going to add all of our ingredients. So we have 5 cups of pre-shredded bread that I cut up, or 5 slices that I ripped up earlier this morning. Just dump those in. And we have 1 pound of pork sausage that I've already cooked up and drained the grease out of. We'll throw that in. 1.5 cups shredded cheddar cheese, which also is Kraft cheese, just like the cream cheese, so it'll be awesome. And then we have our seasonings. We have a tablespoon and a half, or I'm sorry, not a tablespoon, a teaspoon and a half of salt, a teaspoon and a half of ground mustard, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and a 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. Could you imagine if I put a tablespoon and a half of salt in this? Oh boy. So, and lastly is our vegetables. And we've got 1/2 cup pre-sliced or chopped up mushrooms here. Chop those up this morning. 1/2 cup green pepper, also pre-chopped, and 1/2 cup red pepper. And you only need 1/4 cup of onion, and I have a little bit extra, so we're just going to eyeball it here. That looks good. And then we're just going to stir this all together. Okay. So now that I've finished mixing all of my ingredients together, I have this wonderful sloppy contraction here, to discombobulation of mixture. So I'm going to dump it into my 9x13 pan that I've pre-sprayed with Pam, so we don't have anything sticking. And we're just going to fill this up. And you see all of the nice colorful items in there, so it just brightens up your meal. It's not bland looking by any means, and it's got a lot of flavor to it too. And that 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, you'd really be surprised, but it just gives it just enough kick that you need to really make it taste good. And now what we're going to do is just top it off with a little bit of fresh thyme. And I tell you, this stuff is so aromatic and fragrant. Once you cook with this, you're not going to ever want to use anything else to flavor your eggs. I learned about this little trick when I was going to my favorite coffee shop. They'd make homemade quiche and they'd put thyme on it, and I'm like, what? That's so gross. So I tried it unwillingly, but because it had bacon and cheese in my eggs, and I really like that. So we went with it, and I absolutely fell in love with it. So you just want to get yourself, you know, 2-3 tablespoons. Might seem like a little bit much, so you can, with this particular piece, you can play with it and decide how much is enough for you. And if you don't like it, don't put it on. But like I said, I have fallen in love with this stuff. Just give it a whirl. There's nothing better than fresh herbs. So we'll just pick home a couple of these little things here, and then we just chop them up. Alright, and then when we're done, we'll just take this and then we just sprinkle it. No rhyme or reason to it, just sprinkle it on there. Take those out. And there you have it. Everything but the kitchen sink egg bake. Now what we're going to do is place this into the oven, preheated oven at 350 degrees for the next 45 minutes to finish cooking, and we'll see it then. Okay, so the egg bake is finished cooking, and I've taken it out of the oven and we're letting it sit for just a couple minutes, but this is what the finished product looks like. As you can see, ooh, just delicious. So we'll just cut ourselves a little piece here. Oops. All right. And we just have a little orange and strawberry for a little side Danish there, and a little mimosa with a strawberry in it for a little kick. This is an excellent brunch, breakfast, lunch, any time of the day. I can eat eggs 24 hours a day, so I'd eat this anytime. But this is the best meal. It has everything. It's the perfect meal. You've got carbs, you've got protein, you've got vegetables, meat. It's just the best thing ever. So let's take a little bite here and see how it is. Oh, it's so good. You can actually taste the creaminess of the Philadelphia cream cheese in this dish, and it is just absolutely wonderful. So, you guys all have a great day. Thanks for joining me in the kitchen, and have a great day, y'all. Cheers.